Hi, my name is Justin Price and I'm the creator of the biomechanics method, which provides corrective exercise education for health and fitness professionals. Today I want to talk to you about one of the most common running injuries, which is lower back pain. And one of the most common causes of lower back pain when you run is the inability to extend your hips. When you run, you obviously accept weight as you come down and hit the ground, and then your body weight is actually held on this leg as you go into hip extension. So as you come over this leg, the leg has to go behind the hip, which is hip extension. If you can't go into hip extension, which means if your leg can't travel behind you as you transfer the other leg forward, what tends to happen is you overarch your lower back, because you can get that leg to come behind you by either taking your leg back or by arching your lower back, because now my leg is forward of my hip almost, but I'm still upright because my lower back is arched. So if you can't get into hip extension, you get too much lumbar extension, which leads to lower back pain. So here's a quick assessment I want to show you to check to see, can you get into hip extension? And if you can't, what you can do about it. So do you mind lying down for us, Brett? So all Brett's going to do is he's going to bring his toes up to his shin, so he's going to dorsiflex. He's going to take his right arm over his head, and he's going to hug his left knee to his chest. And all we're doing is I'm saying, Brett, just evaluate how much your right leg comes off the ground. Because obviously he's now seeing can his leg go down as he flexes the opposite hip. Okay, and check the other side for me. Pretty obvious to me. Which side's tighter to you? Left side. So he lacks hip extension on his left side, which means as his left leg goes behind him when in running, he's probably going to overextend in his lower back, which is going to lead to lower back pain. So some easy exercises we can do are some self-myofascial release work for his hip flexors, either with a roller or a ball, and his quadriceps, because the rectus femoris actually acts as, if it can't lengthen under tension, it actually prevents hip extension as well. So we can do those foam roller exercises. Then do you mind just doing a kneeling hip flexor stretch for me, facing that way, for your left side? So turn around this way. So after he's done the self-myofascial release, we're then going to go into a kneeling hip flexor stretch. And he's a little bit tight. He wants to come out of that by rotating this way. So always make sure your client's hips are square. And if he wants to increase the stretch, you can just raise his arm over his head. Good. And then if we see him cheating, we always regress to doing more self-myofascial release work first. So if you want to make sure that your strategies have worked, you can go back to the assessment to check that he has better hip extension. And that is how you can check to see if hip extension is contributing to lower back pain when you run and what you can do about it. I hope that helps. We'll see you next time.